This is the Look Great Naked Cooking Show, and I'm your host, Nathan Chase Plummer. I will share with you my own healthy gourmet recipes straight from the Look Great Naked Cookbook series. These recipes require minimal prep time and are sure to impress your friends. We will also provide you with the macronutrients to keep you informed on what's going into your body. Along with the freshest ingredients, we will help you pick the healthiest options. Join us each week as we provide you with the tools to look great naked. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Look Great Naked Cooking Show. Today, we're with Pete Tidwell. He is the Mighty Baker, and we're on location at his place, the Cake Creation Studio by the Mighty Baker.
Thank you so much for being here. We're so excited. I am super stoked to be able to be on your show and be here, and I've watched your show before, and you got some fun stuff going on, so we got a good treat for you today. So.
Yeah, we're super excited. We're gonna be making Pete's Gingerbread Cookie Bars, right?
Yes.
You guys know I mess up everything I say, so I just need a little good job.
You got it. Yes, gingerbread cookie bars with cream cheese frosting.
Oh my gosh, you guys, and Pete did a few just ahead of time, and they look so good. Alrighty, guys, so Pete's gonna take the reins, but here's what you need if you want to play.
Okay, so for the first part of the recipe, so your wet ingredients, before we're gonna add all our dry ingredients, we have melted butter, 1 egg, and we've got vanilla, of course. Vanilla and butter, like the greatest things for baking. You need to have those. Don't substitute anything else for butter. Brown sugar, and of course, molasses. And then going into your dry ingredients, we have cornstarch, baking powder, baking soda, salt, all-purpose flour, and then we have ginger, cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Looking at these, like half of them are white. I would have no idea. And you guys, so much respect for Pete, because baking is straight up chemistry. Like, you need a chemistry degree to make anything.
Which I don't have one. A lot of trial and error.
But you guys, he has won Cake Wars twice on the Food Network, and also a finalist on the Halloween
Baking Championship.
Yep. I don't know how you did it. Okay, well, should we throw it in?
Okay, let's start. So,
just tell me what you want me to do, or I'll just stand here and look
sounds
pretty
good.
Otherwise.
I'll probably have you help me with some of the dry ingredients here in a minute. But right now, we're gonna take our brown sugar, and we're just gonna dump that right in, and then we're gonna take our butter.
I could drink that.
I know, seriously, like melted butter is so good. And we're just gonna kind of start that. Just combine the brown sugar and the butter together just really quick. And then we're just gonna go ahead and add our other ingredients in. And this is gonna become a delicious recipe here. It's interesting, I also love gingerbread, and it's kind of fun because I love gingerbread cookies, like a good gingerbread man kind of baker or cookie for the holidays, but I also love gingerbread, like you mentioned too. And then I started making some bars, and I was like, what about a gingerbread bar? That would be amazing.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Like add like the chew of like a brownie and like the consistency of a brownie into like a gingerbread. It's amazing. It's pretty epic. And then we're gonna add our egg in here.
Grinning like a little kid, just thinking about it.
So we're gonna go ahead and add all our ingredients in here. This one's actually a little bit less chemistry, I would say. I mean, there's still chemistry going on with baking because you've got your different dry ingredients, but in this beginning stage, you can go ahead and add all your ingredients into here and just let them mix together.
Oh, nice.
And so you can look in here, and it's coming into like creaming all together. It's different than like the creaming method for like cookies, because like with that, you're not using melted butter. This one you are using melted butter, but you're getting a nice, smooth batter going on in there. You have to mix it for about a minute or so, and that's about what we need to do. So what I'm gonna show you here is kind of the consistency that we're looking at here. That's kind of what you want it to look like as your base. Okay? So pretty simple. Like I said, anybody watching, anybody at home can easily do this and make it. It's super easy.
Easily, you think?
I think so.
You think Kara could do it at home?
I think so, definitely. So you're gonna bring it to that consistency, and then we're actually gonna add in our dry ingredients. We're already to that step, which is pretty fun. So with all-purpose flour, I'll stick that in here.
Pete, one time my mom was making gingerbread and the smell of molasses was so good, I thought she was not looking. I'm just gonna try like a little bit of molasses. It traumatized me.
By itself, it's a little bit intense.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad.
So I'm gonna have you just go ahead and go right through here and start dumping it in. So first we've got our cornstarch that's going in there. Okay. And then next one there is the baking powder. Yep, you're good.
Good enough?
Yep, you're good. Just tap those right in.
The baking soda?
Yep, baking soda. And then we've got some salt going in. You'll notice some of the powder around the edge. What we'll do is after we put these last ones in, we'll give it a quick scrape around the edge and then mix it one more time to make sure all the ingredients are incorporated. Okay. So yeah, so go ahead, add your ground ginger in there.
Yum.
Yeah, so you can smell that nice ginger smell. Of course, cinnamon, especially around the holidays, like just the smells and it's like the comfort kind of smell too. It's like when you're at home smelling these. It's like going to grandma's house, right? It's so good. Okay, so then you got all your dry ingredients in there. You had clove as well as nutmeg. You don't want to put too much nutmeg in there, but yeah, you can just smell that. It smells so good. Okay, so
he wasn't looking. I just stick the spatula in.
Okay, so we're just gonna scrape just around the edges just to make sure all that dry ingredients are off the edge. Maybe you can lick this in a minute after we get it into the pan. Not yet, because we still need it.
Okay, fine.
So then you're gonna mix this together, and you'll see it's coming into like a nice dough, right? Oh, yeah. It's nice and thick. It's kind of very much, it's almost cake batter-ish, but it's a little bit thicker like a brownie, so. Okay, and that's actually it, my friend. This is what we're looking for. So now you can
it smells so good.
You can kind of see that consistency that we're looking for right there. It's nice and thick, kind of like a brownie. Okay, so next you're just gonna take a very just simple pan that you'd have at home. Normally, I mean, when I first made this recipe, I made it in a 9x13 to make them a little bit thinner, but I like my bars just a little bit thicker. I think it's so much better that way, I think. And then a little trick, so you can actually get it out of the pan without having it stick to the bottom and have it really annoying to get out.
Oh yeah.
Is get your parchment paper, in like kind of a square shape, and then you're gonna go ahead and put it just right into the edges there, and take your favorite pan spray, whatever you like, to do in here. If you don't want to use a pan spray, you can do like melted butter, and stick melted butter down here. Just kind of is your preference on what you want to use. So you're just gonna spray this down.
I like that idea, because I would be the one trying to get it out all cute, and then it would crumble and
the nice thing with this too is when it's cool, you can actually just lift it by the corners and take it right out.
Oh my gosh,
it's so
awesome.
Easy. Yeah, it's so easy. So what we're gonna do now is we are just...
Well, not we, you, because I'm still licking though. I'm still eating your blade.
How is it, by the way?
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
And you'll notice how nice and thick that is, right? Very different than like a cake batter. And then really, you can't really spread this because it's so thick, so you just kind of have to slowly press it into your corners. It's gonna go in the oven at 350 degrees if you're baking it at home. My oven, I bake it at 325 because it bakes a little bit different in my type of oven. Okay. But usually at home, 350 should be perfect. And you bake it for 25 minutes, and then we'll take it out and see what we do next.
My gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, we're gonna go to the oven. I'm gonna finish eating this, and we'll be back. Oh my gosh, it's so good.